Hello and welcome back to the channel. Michael here with Corsi's Travel. And if this is your first video of our channel, this is our August update of our 1,000 hours outside. Our goal, January 1st, 2024, was to spend 1,000 hours outside as a family. August was a pretty interesting month for us. We had a lot of highlights and we had a lot of time that I was away from the family. I guess some of the highlights was first we went to the Field of Sweet Dreams, which hopefully there's a video coming out soon of that. That's another point I want to get to here in a little bit. But what it is basically is we went to Miller Park. We went to American Family Field where the Milwaukee Brewers play, and we stayed overnight on the field. To stay overnight, the whole night was the plan, but we didn't necessarily make that. But again, more on that coming soon. But that was kind of fun. Our son had a lot of fun playing on the field. We got to do a stadium tour. We got to eat food on the concourse. We got to play on the playgrounds. Another highlight is we did an RV camping trip to River Bend RV Resort. My parents, through a church auction back in, I think it was the spring, won a 2-night stay that someone had donated in their RV, and they would transport the RV, set it up for you, anywhere kind of within the Milwaukee area. So we went to this place called River Bend. My wife and I had fun because back in 2020, we actually went on a 10-day RV trip ourselves and have been wanting at some point to get an RV or a fifth wheel or something. That's a whole nother thing. So it's good for us to test it out and see what it's actually like. I think my parents enjoyed it because they're not really the biggest of campers, but it was a good way for them to get outside. And obviously our son liked it because he had this little cubby that he got to sleep in. And any time that you're outside, I think kids just love being dirty and love being outside. So it was a 2-night stay that we had. We did multiple zoo trips, whether it was the whole family going, or my wife might have taken them, or my parents, or my in-laws all took them. I guess something else to note is 3 of the weekends in August, I was gone because I was working the Packers for the TV broadcast. So that put a little bit of more burden on my wife to find things to do with our son and kind of spend time with him on the weekends. They still got to things like State Fair. I think they went to my in-laws pool, so they still did a lot of stuff. It was a little bit of a busy month. One of those weekends, the Green Bay weekend, everyone actually came up. So while my mom and I were working the game, my dad and then my wife and our son went to the zoo up in Green Bay and then went over to Bay Beach. That was another big day and kind of just a fun little family trip that we weren't expecting to do. At the last minute, we decided that we all were going to go up to Green Bay. Up until this point, there was one day in August that we didn't get outside, which is the first time since May when we first started potty training our son. So that was a little interesting. It was a day that I think it just poured actually the whole day. So we should have just put the rain boots on and the rain jacket and just gone outside for 15 minutes, but we didn't. Is what it is, right? So now let's get to the highlights of the month. Last month, July, was our biggest month we'd ever had. And I had said it was probably going to be the biggest month of the entire year. Well, that was true. Last month, we got 152 hours. This month was a little down. It was only 114 hours. We didn't have as much outdoor stuff planned. Like we had a couple of camping trips in July planned, and that really makes the numbers a lot bigger. The 114 hours that we got in the month of August, since it's 31 days in August, averaged out to 3.68 hours per day. You might be asking, what does that mean? Well, if you are new here, or if you're not new here, the averages that you're trying to get again are about 2.7 hours per day, 19.2 hours per week, and 83.3 hours per month. So we definitely exceeded those values. But also, if you begin to track, I have a graph here to show it, we're still making up for those first couple months where it's cold up here in Wisconsin. The summer months, I think these last 4 months have been over half of our hours. Now, all that being combined, we are down to only 361 hours left, which is pretty big. Prior to the start of the summer, I didn't think we'd be that at all. Now, our forecasted total is 958 hours, which obviously is less than 1,000 hours, but if you've been following along, each month, our forecasted total keeps going up and up and up. I'm confident. I know I said July would be our biggest month. I thought in August we might get close to having our forecasted total be 1,000, but I know for sure in September we're going to meet 1,000 and if not exceed it 1,000, which will be important moving into October, November, and December. Speaking of upcoming, as you've noticed, we've done a lot of stuff this summer and we've seen no videos from it. I've just been super busy, a little bit burnt out, and just kind of need to slow down and catch up on all the video editing I need to do, such as finishing up Bermuda. We went to Green Bay. We have stuff from that time at AmFam Field I need to talk about as well too. So a lot of videos coming, so stay tuned. And be sure that you're subscribed because I do weekly updates sharing our hours for the week both on YouTube Shorts and on TikTok. So wherever you catch your short form videos, be sure you're subscribed. September, we got another camping trip coming up, so that's why I know that we are going to exceed it, and it's a big one too. And like I said, there will be just more videos, more things to share of our family adventure. If you got any questions, got any comments, if you want to give any words of wisdom, say, hey, you got it, you're gonna get it, leave them down below. I love to hear them. I love to respond to it. That's all I got for you. Enjoy your adventure.